Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So here we are tidying up the pool room. We call it the pool room. It's actually kids' playroom. We call it pool room because originally, before the kids were born, there was a pool table in here. And when the kids got older, we needed the space for the toys. And then literally where I'm stood there, that's where the pool table used to be, where you see the big yellow ball. It took up a big chunk of it, so you can imagine all the toys around the edge. And we got to the stage where we thought the pool table's got to go, so that's now up in the loft. It probably will migrate back down to here eventually when the kids grow up, but now it's just a playroom, but we still call it the pool room. So it's not because we fancy got a swimming pool, but it's because there used to be a pool table in there. So this room gets properly trashed because we don't sit in there to watch TV or anything. It's just literally they play in there. I say they, it's mainly this one, my youngest. She has all her Barbies and everything. And she just doesn't put stuff away after she's finished playing. But it doesn't bother me because I just shut the door and I don't see it. And then I have this one big tidy up every so often. It's mainly just like Barbie clothes and accessories that go into that little white tub you see there. I'm just emptying everything out and I organise everything. I put all the shoes in the little top tray and the clothes in the bottom. The next time I go in, it's just all over the floor again. So it is what it is. It works for us. So in this little bit of this video, when I filmed it, for some reason when I was editing, I put it into like super slow motion. No idea what happened, no idea why. So I had to go back and edit it again and speed it up as much as I could, which is taking it almost back to normal speed. So this little section here is just me going through Sophie's little stash of bits and bobs saying, can we throw this away? This is colouring books. So I flick through them, realise all the colouring's been done, so off they go. And she's just going through it saying, I want to keep this, I want to keep this. And so there's this clip here. And we're back to normal speed again. When I was doing this clear up, it's one of those things that you just don't know where to start. So I was flitting here, there and everywhere, and I got to a point near the end. I think it might be towards the end, the last clips. I didn't really know what to do. I kept wandering around with a hoover and I was just hoovering over and over again because I just couldn't deal with the last few bits. I've got this room to a stage now where everything has a place. I think that's what the problem is, or what our problem was. A lot of the stuff didn't have a home, but now like the Barbie stuff goes in a box, and Duplo has its own box, the characters have their own box, which you'll see me sorting through later on. So once everything's got a place, then it can go back in its place. But half the problem is when things don't have a place, and that's usually the things that are left on the floor, things that don't have a place. So I just keep walking around them thinking, I don't know where you go, I don't know where you go. And it's just that mental block of like the last few bits. It's a little Duplo boat here that I had absolutely no clue how to put it back together. But Amber said, oh, I can do that. I've done it loads of times, which is strange because I've never ever seen her do it. She's had that since she was about 2 years old and she's now 9. And she says, oh, I used to be able to do it with my eyes closed, because a little bit later on she does actually put her blindfold on. But yeah, she can put it back together, which I had absolutely no clue that she could do it. So that was really handy, because I just don't like all those I could have chucked all those bits straight back in the Duplo box, but it's nice to have it back together. So, eventually we can donate it as a whole thing rather than just blocks, so that people know what it is. It's Grandpa Pig's tugboat. And there's Grandpa Pig. We actually found him. A love how the girls are just always with me. Whatever room I go in, they're always there. But like I'm doing all the tidying and cleaning it up, and yeah, they will. You know, if I say to them, "Can you put this away?" or "Can you do this?" but they don't like actively look for stuff to put away. But they just love, like, they have to be, you know, in the same room as me, which is really sweet. Now they're just dancing in front of the camera. So here I come with my hoover. I mean, this was the first hoover, so it did need hoovering. So I hoover around, but I'm going round and round and round because I don't want to deal with all the stuff that's left. But we do get there in the end. So even when I go out of the room, they follow me out of the room and then follow me back in the room. But like day to day, you don't realise they're doing it. You don't realise it. And we're practising some cartwheels. So it's really sweet to look back on these videos and see them. So yeah, this is the characters box. And quite a few of the characters are on this little car garage. That orange thing is like, it's got little ramps up and down. It was my partner's when he was little. You see the big yellow teapot in the background. Some of you might remember that from your younger days. I think it was my sister's, and she's now 42, so it's got some age to it, but Sophie loves playing with it. She loves it. Big yellow teapot. So this is a little dollhouse. Even if she's got a big dollhouse, but we have this little dollhouse as well, but to be honest, she doesn't play with this one much. But everything just got dusty in there because it was sat on our landing upstairs for ages on this table, and it's just accumulated dust. So we took everything out, wiped everything over, wiped all the inside of it, and then put all the furniture back inside again. You'll see on the right there, that's the big doll's house. It's like the big Barbie house. And then she has that little doll house that I'm busy redecorating, putting everything back in it. I do love like getting this room all organised and stuff. It makes me feel like really organised. But it's like every week I have to do it. So this little corner here is where my teenager hangs out. So he's got his computer games and stuff there. He just sits in the corner, so it stays fairly tidy. It's just tidying up the blankets. Don't know what I was holding up there, no idea. Tidying up the cushions and things.